Good evening and welcome to our post-game women's basketball press conference. We will start the press conference with an opening statement from head coach Amy Wright. Then we'll open it up to questions for coach and players Savannah Tucker and Patricia Chung. Go ahead, coach.
Right. Thanks, Lindy. We talked a lot before the game about our controllables and what we can control and not allowing them to get to the free throw line. That was one. Contesting three-point shots, that was one. So I think we did an okay job just in terms of our pace. Like I'm telling them to be aggressive. I'm telling them to, jump passing lanes or, get strong on the ball, and that's going to depend a lot on the officials, which I thought they really let us play tonight. I'm sure these two can feel the physicality, or at least they'll feel it tomorrow. But just a little too many fouls on that end. We knew they were going to shoot. I thought we did a good job. When those threes hit, they just feel worse than what they are, going 8 for 29 on them. But we, I thought we played our pace most of the game. Getting the things that were important was, paint points. We had 44 to their 20. That was huge. Second chance points. We got our goal was 12. Pat did an amazing job with her assists. She had 8 assists, which is half the total that we wanted for the game. So she took care of that. We ended up with 21 assists. So you're going to win a lot of games when you're sharing the ball. Savvy shot it well. So you can't ask for that. Abby was huge off the bench, really this close to a double-double. And we're going to need that. We're going to have, a lot of kids that play a lot of minutes, and they got to come in and, be in that positive on the plus-minus. So I'm just excited for them. We got this one under our belt. We talked about first impressions at practice, and I feel like the crowd and the fans got a really good first impression of Long Beach State.
Tyler Hendrickson with the 562. Coach, speaking of first impressions, obviously first game for you coming in as the head coach and getting a win. Just personally for you and for your staff, obviously, the emotions of that and, getting to celebrate with the team and everything. What's the feeling for you after getting your first dub?
Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm relieved. I'm relieved. I thought we did a great job of getting past this hurdle. I don't know if the players felt kind of my nervousness or anxiety or anything, but it's not necessarily, it was Biola. It's not necessarily, it's the first game.
Yeah.
It's the first game, and you want to make a statement. You want to have a great first impression. So now we got this under our belt. It matters. We're 1-0. We're undefeated. So we're going to try and stay that way. But honestly, I'm so happy for the staff and the players. They've worked really hard the past 3 months. So they deserve this. So we're going to celebrate until about midnight, and then we got to move forward. So
I turn the page. Sav, great game for you tonight. Looked like you were having fun out there. It's, I know that you're a scorer. I know you had it in you. It's just kind of waiting for the opportunity and for things to go your way, and it always helps when the first shot goes in, right? So did you kind of get that confidence straight from the jump, and then it just kind of continued throughout the night for you to have a career high tonight?
Yeah, I feel like it kind of all started in practice. I mean, my teammates, my coaches have confidence in me, and I feel like that's played a big part and role into how I come and prepare for the games. It was just really fun to be out there and be with the girls, and it was fun.
For sure. And Pat, I've always been a fan of your game since you got on campus here, and I know the last couple of years haven't been quite the same as your freshman year, but it looked like the old Pat in the first half. It looked like you were really, playing with confidence, and you had a career high in assists just in the first half. So, what was working early for you, and did you feel really free given the pace of this offense and the ability to just get the ball and go?
Yeah, I mean, with new coaching staff, obviously, Coach Amy, she has a lot of confidence in us. She wants us to push the pace, and it helps when your teammates are running, and we're just all having fun.
It looked like you kind of tweaked your ankle or something at the end of the first half, and then you didn't play as much in the second. Were you feeling that a little bit? Did that kind of slow you down after halftime to kind of impact you, or are you good?
No, I'm good.
Okay. It's a good answer. Coach, obviously, you guys started great in the first quarter, and then were able to finish and pull away. But in the middle, it got a little bit dicey, and they were able to come back. What did you kind of see that allowed Biola to get back in the game? I think they cut it to 5. Mm-hmm. And what are those things that you need to clean up for Sunday and then the rest of the season?
Yeah, I don't know how much zone we're gonna see. I'm leaning towards a lot because we're hard to guard one-on-one if people are going to play us man-to-man. So, and in the style that we play in man-to-man, it's hard to, defend because there's so many reads. There's no set pattern to what we do. So we got to from a staff point, we got to clean up zone offense. We got to be better at zone offense. We got to give them more options and more spacing and more reads than just, 2 or 3. We got to do a better job at that. So that's what I see. That's what I thought the second quarter was. We missed some contested shots. They got some open threes, so that played a factor. And kind of had one kid get hot. And I'll be honest, I think when Sydney got her second foul, it does hurt on that end of the basketball. She's a lockdown competitive defender. So I think not having that energy, you saw in the fourth quarter, I played her. She had 4, I played her, because she does bring that energy, that intensity. So I think that played a little bit of it. But again, the substitution patterns are all over the place, as you can see. So I think that's part of it too. Everybody's got to get used to playing with everybody because everybody's going to get an opportunity.
For sure. And obviously, you hate to see any injuries happen, and especially to a player that is going to be kind of a big part of what you wanted to do. Any update at all on Kenan or anything like that, or you just kind of have to wait and see?
Yeah, it's a wait and see situation for us. So we want the best for her, so we're not rushing anything. We will make sure we have a clear diagnosis of whatever it might be. So it's a wait and see, and for me, like she's a kid that. She does so much for us, but her leadership skills aren't just limited to playing basketball. She has other qualities that you'll find. You didn't get to see it tonight. But again, it's more about her health. And so that's what we're just going to wait and see and make sure everything is correctly done.
Sure.
Coach, you got all 12 players out on the court today at one point. Talk a little bit about your depth this season and what that's going to bring further down the road for this team.
Yeah, 35 points off the bench. Not a lot of teams do that. Not a lot of teams have the ability. So I think, like I've always said, I'm excited to try and get 4 kids in, double figures. Today it was a starter and somebody off the bench. So kind of figuring out, who do you guard? Pat has 8 assists. That makes it hard. We get rebounds and filling up that category. So it's kind of filling those stats, never knowing who it might be. And it's a hard matchup. It's a hard matchup to see, where they excel with the mismatches. And I don't know whose night it's going to be. I never do. And that's the fun thing about it. You have the opportunity to do so.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.